Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome back to another episode in the Rayo Vallecano career mode. This is episode number 37, and we start today's episode off by making a new signing, our first in the January transfer window, a new left back signs for Rayo, and of course you knew who it was going to be. As soon as you saw he'd accepted his contract, Alberto Moreno is going to come in for £6.5 million on 90 grand a week for 3 years. Very, very expensive salary indeed. He'll become our most expensive player here in terms of the salary at Rayo, but for £6.5 million I thought the deal made sense. And I know defensively not exactly the best right now for Liverpool in real life, but in the game I think that won't matter too much. So he's got some very, very decent stats, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do for us as he replaces Nacho. So pretty pleased with that signing right there. Again, the salary very, very expensive. You see Ronaldo gets sold to Juventus for £47 million. What a bargain the Italians have got. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about Moreno. I really am, to replace Nacho. I feel as though they'll be quite similar in their abilities when going forward down that left-hand side. Nacho was always a handful, and I think Moreno will be the same as well. So I think as a replacement for Nacho, he's probably one of the best signings we could have made. And for £6.5 million, yes, 90 grand a week is a lot, but I don't really mind it too much. There's still a bit of money left over, and of course we still want to replace Bangura as well. But still, for the first game of today's episode here, we will take on Eibar back in La Liga, coming on the back of our absolutely incredible 3-1 victory against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu in the Copa del Rey in the last game, in the last episode. Coming into this one, deciding to revert back to our usual first 11. And I kind of wish I didn't as well, because just 13 minutes in, the away side would open the scoring and make it Rayo 0, Eibar 1. So yeah, I rested the entire side for the game in the Copa del Rey, because again, I don't really care too much about that competition. They pulled off the impossible, beat Real Madrid by 3-1. I changed the entire side once again. They must be sitting there on the bench thinking, what's going on? Seriously? Best result of this series, and you're dropping us for this game? But they'd all be smiling when they saw Gonzalez open the scoring for Eibar, knowing that if they're on the pitch, that may not have happened. But still, Rayo 0, Eibar 1. But it didn't take long for us to get back on level terms. Mayoral scored a hat-trick in the week, but Perez came back in for this game and also scored his first goal since returning from injury as well. Ayoze Perez not playing as well as he did last year, you guys know that, but he has of course had a 2-month injury. He's back from it now and back amongst the goals as well. A great little ball through by Camarasa. Perez takes his time, dances around the last defender, and a really good finish sees him get his 4th goal in La Liga this season as he levels up and makes it Rayo 1, Eibar 1. And just a few minutes later, another chance here. Perez fake shots around the man who goes to ground with a slide tackle there. Bears down on goal. I tried to catch the goalkeeper out from a tight angle, but unfortunately parried it quite well, and Eibar got the ball clear. But really, as soon as Eibar got the first goal of the game, we really sort of kicked it up a notch really, and started to attack, and try and get ourselves back on level terms, and hopefully in front for the first time as well. We did the first part, and then we had a good chance to do the second part as well. Adama sprinting down the right hand side here, taken out by the defender. Clear penalty, no doubt about that. Ayoze Perez would stand up and take it, and he'd also score it as well. Put it into the top corner, and despite the goalkeeper going the right way, he can't keep it out. Perez turns the game on its head, scores the first goal and the second as we take the lead 3 minutes before the break. So Adama taken down, definite penalty. I've lost track of the amount of goals he's been involved in this season, and for Perez as well, great to see him get his second goal of the game in, I do believe, his first league brace this season. So really good finish from the spot kick into the top corner, and it is 2-1 to Rayo going into the break. So that was the score at half time. As you can see, the away side did have more of the ball, but I felt we were the stronger side in the second half as well. Just 10 minutes after the restart here, Konate off the bench receives the ball down the right hand side and takes it round his man, shows his man a clean set of heels, keeps on sprinting, gets himself into the area, drills in across to the centre. And how about this for our 3rd goal of the game and Perez's 3rd goal of the game? Back-to-back hat-tricks for Rayo. First Mayoral and now Ayoze Perez saying, anything you can do, I can do better. And what an incredible goal this was. It was unbelievable, and yes, I will admit, 100% accidental. I drilled the cross into the centre with Konate after a storming run down the right flank, and Perez, I tried to skill shot the ball, but he got no power on the shot whatsoever. So it was like a bad first touch really, but then he recovered, got to the ball just before the goalkeeper went to ground, took it round him, and then popped the ball into the open goal. 100% accidental. I did not mean to do that at all. I was just trying to cheekily skill shot the ball on target and see if I could score. Instead, he got no power on it, so I quickly tapped circle, but that was after I flicked the stick to the left so he could take it around the goalkeeper. But again, that wasn't planned. That was completely accidental and really fortunate. But still, Rayo 3, Eibar 1, a hat-trick for Perez. So good to see him get his first goal since returning from injury. I think it's his first goal since returning from injury, not entirely sure, but still, certainly his first hat-trick since returning from injury, and that was absolutely awesome to see. Konate could have added a fourth late on, but dragged his shot wide at the post, but in the end, it did not matter. We were the better side over 90 minutes, got possession back in our favour in the second half as well, and thoroughly deserved the 3 points in this one. So, delighted with that, really awesome, and for Perez as well, to see him get a hat-trick, so pleased, and the third goal, the pick of the bunch, completely accidental, but didn't it look really smooth? But still, 3-1 the final score, really pleased with that. Of course, our last 3 scorelines have been that scoreline, 3-1, the last game being the win against Real Madrid, 3-1, and of course our last league game was the loss to Barcelona, also by 3-1. So great to return to winning ways in the league, very pleased with that. And again, as we're into the second half of the season now, I'm so desperate for us to win the title. I do believe we can do it, but we have to have more results like that one, where we're really clinical in front of goal. But still, following that, there was some more player training, and also as well asked the board for some money as well. As this is going to be our second and probably final season as well, I decided to go ahead and go crazy with the expectations. So I was going to qualify for the Champions League, also reach the quarter-final of the Copa del Rey, and I asked for £10 million to do that as well. The board came back to us. They didn't give me £10 million, but did offer 7.4 million, which is, you know, it's about three quarters of what I asked for, about 3/4. So I thought to myself, well, I'll take it. It's not the 10 million I want, it's not the full 10 mil, but I'll take the 7.4 million. That's nice to see, and hopefully that will help us sign a new player. And I got quite a few targets as well, but unfortunately right now none of them are fully scouted or scouted enough so I can see how much they're probably worth. So as we're coming towards the end of the transfer window, deadline day in just a couple of in-game days, I'm going to go ahead and put in some inquiries for these players, see what those clubs want, and also put in a bit for Kostic as well. He's the one I really want, this Serbian, who a couple of you guys had recommended for me before. Looks really awesome, but don't think he'll be able to afford it. I think it's a bit out of our price range, but still, we'll have to wait and see. But as for these 3 right here, Bernardeschi, Caballero, and also Karim Fry as well, we can afford all 3 of these players. So on deadline day, I'll probably submit bids for all 3. I don't know which one will be better. I've heard very good things about Caballero, but I guess we shall have to wait and see, as deadline day comes directly after this game and is at the start of the next episode. But still, for the second and final game of today's episode then, we do take on Atletico Madrid here away at the Vicente Calderon. Excited for this game, hoping to get back-to-back wins in La Liga, but unfortunately for us, we would fall behind just 31 minutes in through one of the stars of Euro 2016, Antoine Griezmann, with the goal, heading in a corner, and this was such a poor goal to concede as well, because the man came off the post there, I'd hammered down circle, trying to clear the ball, couldn't get to it on time, and Kepa was beaten at his near post as it clipped the inside of it and went into the back of the net. So Griezmann, with his 9th goal of the season, would open the scoring and make it Atletico 1, Rayo 0. We tried to respond 3 minutes before the break, but this attempt by Tras Horaz went way wide the post, a terrible shot with me there, and it was still 1-0. Not much really happened in the first half though, despite that goal, but in the second half, directly from kickoff, we tried to get ourselves forward right from the kickoff, so we went down the right hand side here. Adama sprinted around Koke, he had the pace on the number 6, got past him and kept on going, whipped in across to the centre, and Dani Ceballos in the middle heads it in and makes it Atletico 1, Rayo 1. I moved him back in the middle for this game to play him as the cam. He's so much more effective through the middle. He's wasted out wide, way better in that cam position, and it proved it for this goal just a couple minutes after the restart. He just sprinted down the right hand side, crossed it in with Adama, another assist for Adama, and our number 7 got goal number 7 for the season in minute number 47, and it was Atletico 1, Rayo 1. So we were back on level terms, and then Kepa made a great save here 12 minutes after the restart. What a stop by our goalkeeper, and it was still 1-1. Then in the 71st minute, another good chance here for Atletico as Leo Baptistao got on the ball and found Gabby. The pair played a couple of 1-2s, and Gabby was released through on goal, 1-on-1, and he smashed the ball past our goalkeeper into the back of the net as the man wearing the captain's armband for Atletico would make it 2-1 to the home side as they would retake their lead with just over 17 minutes to play. So a very simple goal, this one for Atletico. Just a really easy easy passing move through the middle of the park. Very, very poor defending from me there, but a really good finish by Gabby, make no mistake, as he found the back of the net. So Atletico Madrid 2, Rayo Vallecano 1. We had one final chance to get back on level terms with 15 minutes to go. Dani Ceballos turns Lucas Hernandez inside out and gets past the defender and goes for goal, but unfortunately can't score his second goal of the game as he drags the shot just wide the post and behind for a goal kick. But it was how the game would finish as well. Final score, Atletico Madrid 2, Rayo Vallecano 1, and unfortunately for us, we do taste defeat for the second time in our last 3 league games. So pretty disappointed about that, I must say, because don't get me wrong, those defeats have been away against Barcelona and away against Atletico Madrid, two very, very awesome sides who last year both finished in the top 4, but it's still, I'm still sitting there thinking, if I want to win the title this season with Rayo, these are the type of games where we can't afford to lose really against the teams around us in the table. We need to make sure we pick up at least a point, and we would have picked up a point in this game as well had it not been from this late winner from Gabby, where really defending was so poor. We parted like the Red Sea and just allowed them to come through and score. So very, very poor from me there. I'll have to take the blame for some very poor defending in this one, as we did lose the game by 2-1. But make no mistake, with a few games to go, we are still well in this title race, despite now dropping down to 3rd place. There's a long way to go, and we can still definitely get back on top. But that will end today's episode in the Rayo Vallecano career mode, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you enjoyed today's episode, then please do leave a like. Likes, of course, much appreciated, and really help the channel grow as well. Much love to you all. I hope you guys have had an absolutely fantastic weekend, and I'll see you for the next episode in the Rayo Vallecano career mode very soon.